In the East, the Tao is ineffable. In the West, it is shaped by language. Logos, this core concept of ancient Greek philosophy. Its intellectual origins can be traced back to the 6th century BCE Greek philosopher Heraclitus. This term possesses rich semantic layers, including word, thought principle, reason, explanation, etc. Within the ancient Greek philosophical system, logos was regarded as the foundation of cosmic order and truth, the fundamental principle governing the existence and motion of all things. Heraclitus defined the essential characteristics of logos. It is the principle of fire and change, the source of unity and harmony in the universe. Possessing universality and eternity, it is the ultimate truth attainable by human reason. He specifically argued that truth must be expressed through language. This intellectual tradition has flowed continuously through Western philosophy. In the 20th century, the renowned philosopher Wittgenstein made a striking statement. Language is the world essentially continuing Heraclitus' viewpoint. In contrast, the Eastern philosophical tradition, exemplified by Taoism's assertion that Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao, embraces ineffability, forming a sharp contrast with the West. In the West, things can be articulated and clearly explained, whereas in the East, one can only feel, experience, and awaken to them. This difference may have contributed to the development of science in the West. While the East remained confined to intuitive, speculative metaphysics, it is worth noting that while rational Greek philosophy flourished, mystical currents were simultaneously evolving. I also mentioned countless such cases in Shanhai Shinto, where later generation deities were elevated to the status of creator gods, even including figures like Buddha. For example, in the Orphic theogony of Greek mythology, the primordial god-king, the omnipotent Phanes, also called Protogonos, is also known as Erechopaios, the firstborn, as well as Antoses, Lord of Spring, or the hermaphroditic deity of contemplative light. As the first divine being possessing both male and female characteristics, Phanes was depicted as having single-handedly created the race of gods, and was regarded as the father of Nyx night. This mythological inflation exaggerating later deities into creator gods, even deifying humans through reincarnation claims, is nothing but delusional fantasy. Popular religion. According to the Mahabharata, earliest texts dating to the 4th century BCE, and the Upanishads circa 500 BCE, the Aryans concretized their abstract creation beliefs into the worship of Brahma, developing concepts such as Brahma's ear, and narratives where Brahma's body becomes the cosmos and gods, suggesting that Indian civilization was likely a crucial hub for myth transmission, rather than an original source. Throughout history, two deities, originally sons of Enlil, the destroyer god Nergal, war god, Ares, emperor, Vishnu, protective deity, Ninurta, god of war, Apollo, Shakyamuni Buddha's original spirit, were elevated to creator-level supreme deities due to the rise of local cults. This is a typical manifestation of human deification driven by religious fervor. Early scholars or religious figures, at most, merely elevated the status of certain specific deities, a practice still within reasonable bounds. But as time progressed, many real historical figures began to be mythologized under the guise of reincarnation, forming the distinctive narrative style of modern religions. This human-driven deification movement has deceived humanity for over 2,000 years. In the 6th century BCE, the rise of Buddhism in 564 BCE, though some sources say 566 BCE, further enriched this landscape. Siddhartha Gautama was born in the ancient Indian kingdom of Kapilavastu, located in present-day Nepal, and was incorporated as one of Vishnu's 10 avatars, revered by followers as the sovereign of the Dharma Dhatu, the realm of ultimate reality. His earthly life was merely a manifestation to teach sentient beings. This practice of deifying historical figures has astonishingly similar parallels across civilizations. In China, Laozi, the Zhou dynasty archivist who wrote the Tao Te Ching, was venerated by Taoism as Taishang Laojun, the Grand Supreme Lord Lao. In folk belief, historical figures were mythologized into the Jade Emperor, Queen Mother of the West, and others. This phenomenon of artificially deifying humans has a dual impact. From a positive perspective, it provides spiritual solace and moral guidance for beings in this world. From a negative perspective, It indeed distorts the authenticity of myth and faith. We must recognize that the true great deities in ancient legends were actually exceptional beings from different levels of a cosmic civilization system, not like later generations, who could attain godhood merely through sayings like, "The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao." True wisdom lies in clearly explaining complex principles, rather than resorting to the primitive, naive dialectics of early peoples, or two-sided sophistry, which, aside from sounding impressively obscure, is utterly useless. The Gospel of Judas presents a highly controversial claim, elevating Jesus Christ's identity from Son of God to a cosmic creator deity representing the pleroma, the divine realm of fullness. It should be noted that, as finite beings, humans cannot even control their own life and death. So how can they possibly be compared to the great deities of ancient myths who possessed interstellar civilizational capabilities? Our fundamental purpose in studying ancient myths is certainly not to indulge in superstitious worship, nor to establish a new religious belief system, but rather to achieve a leap forward in human cognition. The beings revered as creator gods in ancient legends were neither paragons of perfect morality nor embodiments of absolute truth. In essence, they were flesh and blood beings who possessed infinite supernatural abilities, advanced cosmic civilizations, life forms, representing varying levels of interstellar civilization development. Why could later generation celestial deities defeat the ancient primordial creator gods? Does greater age necessarily mean greater power? Each generation surpasses the last, which is always the natural law of ascending developmental cycles, unless in a period of decline. The classic of Sean Hale G explores the origins of the gods, restoring world mythology to its original form.